We all share an unspoken understanding of the pain that comes with loss. It's a universal experience, a shared thread that weaves through the fabric of humanity. We all know the profound sense of sorrow, the hollow emptiness that seems to linger within our hearts when we lose someone dear to us. It's a path we've all walked or will walk at some point in our lives. This journey of loss and grief is deeply personal, and no two people tread the same path. Each of us experiences this grief in our own unique way, and each of us processes it differently. Some of us might find solace in the quiet moments of solitude, while others might find comfort in the company of loved ones. Some of us may seek to keep busy, immersing ourselves in a flurry of activities as a means of coping, while others may need to retreat, to take a step back and allow themselves the space to grieve. And that's perfectly okay. It's okay to feel overwhelmed, to feel like you're drowning in a sea of sorrow. It's okay to feel like your world has been upended, to feel like you're walking through a fog of confusion and disbelief. It's okay to cry, to scream, to laugh, to be silent. It's okay to not have all the answers, to not know how to move forward, because everyone's pace of healing is different. There's no set timeline for grief, no deadline by which you're supposed to have moved on. Healing is a process, a journey that takes time and patience. It's a journey that's marked by setbacks and breakthroughs, by moments of despair and moments of hope. Remember, it's okay to not be okay. Your feelings are valid, and you're not alone in this journey. There's a whole community of people out there who've walked this path, who understand your pain, who can offer support and comfort. So take your time, allow yourself to grieve, to feel, to heal. Because in this journey of loss and grief, you are not alone. I'd like to share a personal story with you, one of loss, resilience, and eventual healing. A few years back, I lost someone very close to me, my grandmother, a woman of strength and compassion. Her sudden departure left a void in my life, a void that seemed impossible to fill. The initial stages after her passing were incredibly challenging. I felt an overwhelming sense of grief, a profound sadness that seemed to weigh me down. Every day was a struggle, waking up to the reality that she was no longer with us. It was hard to accept, hard to understand why she had to go. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, I found myself trapped in this cycle of grief. But it was during this difficult time I realized the importance of resilience. Resilience isn't about ignoring the pain or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about acknowledging the loss, feeling the pain, and still finding the strength to move forward. I started to channel my grief into activities that my grandmother and I loved to do together. We used to paint, so I picked up the brush again. We loved gardening, so I started taking care of her plants. These activities, once filled with shared joy, were now a source of solace. They were a way to keep her memory alive, a way to feel connected to her. The journey wasn't easy. There were days when I wanted to give up, days when the pain felt unbearable. But with each passing day, I became a little stronger, a little more resilient. I learned to live with the pain, to carry it with me, not as a burden, but as a part of who I am. This journey taught me that it's not about moving on, but about learning to live with the loss. It's about finding strength in vulnerability, about finding hope in despair. It's about honoring the memory of the ones we've lost, not by forgetting them, but by living our lives in a way that would make them proud. It's about understanding that even in loss, there is a possibility for growth, for healing, and for resilience. Resilience, a small word with a big meaning, can become our guiding light during times of loss. Resilience is more than just a buzzword. It's an essential trait that allows us to bounce back from adversity, adapt to change, and keep going in the face of hardship. When we lose someone dear to us, the world can feel like it's crumbling around us, and it's in these moments that resilience comes into play. Now you may ask, what does resilience look like? Well, it's not about ignoring the pain or pretending that everything is fine. Rather, it's about acknowledging the pain, feeling it fully, and then finding ways to continue living meaningfully despite it. Importantly, resilience isn't something that only a few lucky individuals possess. It's not a fixed trait, but a skill that can be learned, practiced, and strengthened over time. Just like a muscle, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. So how do we build resilience? By nurturing positive relationships, maintaining a hopeful outlook, accepting that change is part of life, and taking care of our mental and physical health. By setting realistic goals and taking small steps towards them each day. By understanding that setbacks are not a reflection of our worth, but part of the human experience. Resilience doesn't eliminate pain or grief, but it provides us with the tools to handle them and find a way forward. Healing is not a linear process, and it's important to remember that it's okay to have good days and bad days. Healing from a loss is a personal journey, one that is unique to each individual. There are several coping mechanisms that can aid in this process. First and foremost, don't hesitate to seek support. Whether it's from a trusted friend, a family member, or a professional counselor, having someone to talk to can be immensely helpful. Remember, there's no shame in reaching out. We are social creatures meant to connect and share our experiences. Secondly, practice self-care. It's not selfish, but essential. This could be as simple as ensuring you're eating well, getting enough sleep, or even taking a few minutes each day for mindfulness or meditation. Engaging in activities that bring you joy or peace can also be beneficial. Perhaps it's a walk in the park, a favorite hobby, or reading a cherished book. These activities can serve as gentle reminders that while loss is a part of life, so too is joy, peace, and love. And finally, be patient with yourself. Healing takes time. It's not a race, nor is it a competition. It's a journey with its own pace and rhythm. Take one day at a time and remember, it's okay to seek help. You're not alone in this journey.